Hello everyone, my name is Philip and welcome to another video of mine. This video is basically speed paints from the Procreate from this year's Inktober, and I actually went with alternative prompt list by the artist called Tally Art, and I chose her prompt list because I like it way better than the original one. And this is the first day and the prompt was smoke. This is the second day, which the prompt was underwater, and it was basically a picture of a girl who is either drowning or just chilling under the water. Like, it's up to your decision to see like what you see in it. This is the third day and the prompt was carousel, and I didn't feel like drawing the whole carousel, so I just basically drew a girl riding a unicorn, and it's like the typical like unicorn or horse that you could see on the like old school carousels in the movies stuff. The next day was anarchy, and for this day I basically decided to draw what would happen if cats were ruling the people now, and that's basically what you can see in the picture. So prompt for this day was mask, and this is actually Lady Gaga at her VM during the VMAs. It was like when I heard the word mask, this was like the first thing that came to my mind, so it's simple as that. This prompt was chaos, and alternative title for this picture could be If Monday Was a Person. It's basically a girl being chaotic all over, like you can see her hair is messy, her glasses, her nails are broken, she's spilling the coffee out of her mug, and it's all overall chaos. And like, this is another day and the prompt was cat, and I just wanted to draw a huge cat, and like originally I wanted to draw a sphinx for this day, but since I already used a sphinx for the chaos prompt, I went with a different idea in the end, and yeah, this is it. So this prompt was future, and it's mostly inspired by the music video for I Like Him by Princess Nokia. Concretely like the beginning where she's like touching the screen and stuff, and it felt like all futuristic with like the see-through screen, and that's what you can always like see in the movies. And this is another day. The prompt was pumpkin, so I just drew a girl sitting on a pumpkin with another pumpkin in her head. It's like make it a little bit more interesting. I gave her a lot of tattoos because I love tattoos, and it fitted the theme nicely. So this prompt was touch, and I think that came to my mind was like a touch of a devil. So that's why there are like the devil's red hands and the overall shape of the fingers, and that's it, I guess. So this prompt, I'm actually not sure if I like it that much, but the prompt was thief, and I actually decided to draw something like modern Tooth Fairy, or like if Tooth Fairy was a stripper, basically, like something along that way. And like, this is the result. Like, I like the idea, but not the way it ended up. And this another prom was Disunity or Split, and it's actually like inspired from the American Horror Story series, and basically conjoined twins, but they each have different personality, and yeah, that's it. And another prom was Entrance, and it's basically like modern Alice in Wonderland, but like she's not going down the rabbit hole, but she's entering like some like digital glitchy door, and I'm actually like really happy with this idea. It's like one of my favorite pictures. Another prom was Deity or Goddess, and I just went with my imagination and I drew a goddess with four hands just levitating in the space with her hair flowing everywhere. And I just like decided to give her this like alien-ish blue color because I thought it would look good with it. This prom was mushrooms, and I didn't want to draw just few mushrooms, so I went for this mushroom lady, gave her like big mushroom head, you know, like skin tight white dress that would like look as the mushroom body, and again I'm happy with this one. So this prom was Euphoria, and at first I wanted to draw something from the TV show Euphoria, but then I decided to go with a different idea, and it's basically girl tripping on LSD and being all euphoric, enjoying her moment, basically. So this prom was Crystal, and I wanted a break from drawing a face or something like that. So I just drew a bunch of crystals, and when I see crystals I always like imagine lavender with them, so that's why I decided to add it, and also like for it not to be so empty. This prom was Mind, and I just drew a face with a brain showing at the same time, and I just drew things that like came to my mind. It's like funny things and like not so funny things, basically overall like what goes on in the brain. This prom was Colors, and for this I wanted to go with like 80s inspired look with like colorful glitters, everything, and like big hoops in the ears, like colorful makeup, also like add the rainbow because like it's all the colors. And this prom was 90s, and I went a little bit the easy way with this one and just drew Daria, which is one of my most favorite shows from the 90s. And this prom was Hell, and I just decided to draw a devilish girl, like her long tongue coming out of her mouth with her horns and everything. And once again, I'm happy with this one. With this one, I went a little bit the easy route, and I just drew a plant that's eating a girl. It's just her legs hanging out of the plant, and it's kind of a funny piece, like simple at the same time. So this prom was Connection, and immediately when I like heard this prom, I imagined like people hugging, and I wanted to be like the connection like so strong that they wrap their hands around each other like so many times that they are just like connected. And this is what came out of the idea. This prompt was actually inspired by one of the IG filters from the artist that the prompt is from, because like she has like this filter that like adds like another pair of eyes and like spiders on the faces, and she also has a blue hair, so yeah, this is basically inspired by her. This prompt was ritual, and it's kind of self-explanatory. It's basically a ritual happening, and I was a little bit lazy with this one, and I didn't want to draw like all 5 of the girls sitting around the pentagram, so I just basically cloned the one, but overall I feel like it looks still nice. This prompt was cool, and I didn't want to draw just like a human skull or anything like that, so I rather went with like a forest witch that's like using an animal skull as like a part of her ritual, and she like put it on her face and using it as a mask, and that's it. This prompt was nudity, and I just wanted to draw a girl like sitting, looking all vulnerable, like being herself, so that's why I didn't even add like any makeup or anything. This prompt was shadow, and it's kind of like inspired by like old school like pinup girls and old beachwear. It's like actually mixed eras, but I felt like it fitted all together nicely, and I like the vintage look of this one. This one is kind of questionable for me. Once again, I'm not exactly sure if I like it or not, but I was kind of running out of time, and at the same time I just wanted to be done with it, so it's what it is, and I didn't have any better idea. It's just a monster. And this was the last prompt, and it's tarot, so I just drew a hand holding a tarot card. And for the tarot card I chose death, because that felt like the most fitting for me. And yeah, this is the result. So that was all for me. I thank you all so much for the watching. If you stayed here till the end, I'm really grateful. And if you want to see all the pictures in better quality, you can find them on my Instagram. That's all from me for now. So bye, and maybe we'll see each other in the next video.